Jamaica's a capital of cool, right? And that's a statement that I could say without questioning that. I've been everywhere. The world weirdly has this fondness to say, yo, what Jamaica up to?
Yeah.
No matter what decade, you'll find a Jamaican in some form on top of the charts, no matter what decade. And Jamaica's given the world, I think, 4 huge genres of music: dancehall, reggae, ska, and we could say mento, like maybe, you know, whatever.
Only one of which is recognized by the Grammys.
Crazy, but not gonna change. It's gonna stay that way. Dancehall is not gonna get a category. Nah.
No.
Fire. Walshy Fire is in the building, people, from Major Lazer.
Big up, man. It's a
big
pleasure,
group. The people
pleasure.
no big intro needed here.
Yeah.
Bless up for fun.
It's a pleasure, man.
And you were
Much
just
respect.
at the Grammys.
I was. It's a
We
crazy.
saw you on TV.
It's a crazy vibe, man,
Yeah.
isn't it? I posted a picture that my mom posted of her taking a picture of her TV,
Yeah, I saw that
and
too.
it's a great feeling. It
Was it first time?
My first time. Latin Grammys was 4 times, but the real Grammys, first time.
Wow.
But it was an indication that mom needs a bigger TV, first of all, cause it never looked good. The internet's not nice, man. Internet's not a nice place.
Oh my God.
Our dresser too, like it just the dresser look like they must say,
That's
yo,
what them focus on. I was
I
saying
say,
such
boy,
a
watch you the
loving
dresser, you know,
moment.
dog. And I say, yeah, you know, we have to go
Me
fix
people.
up that.
Me hate
You know,
people.
the rat knot, all of them something there.
The rock.
People still have that? People still have
Of
that?
course, mom's
Oh my
still
I
have
can
that.
understand so them artists are very yard conscious.
Yeah, man. The
Yeah.
artists
And
them
yard
know,
conscious,
artists them
man.
know what go on. So yeah, but a great moment. My boy Diplo won, and we got our album we're working on now. So, you know, blessings fall. We'll be there. Next year.
Remind me again which category in
That was he got a big one too. It was best dance music, best dance song with Electricity.
Oh.
Yeah, man, a song he did with Mark Ronson.
Some the Light It Up was nominated.
Light It Up was not nominated.
It was a big song.
No, I'm sorry. Light It Up. I don't even remember now. The only thing I remember is that Lean On was not nominated.
Yeah, but
And that was the biggest snub
Yeah.
for my circle of people.
Yeah.
Because of how big that song was, you know.
Yeah, it was huge.
But yeah, we weren't even nominated for that song. So that's when I lost faith in that. But just to run down how this works. So for the viewers out there who wonder when they watch the Grammys, them say, yo, you know, say, me not understand how certain thing get picked on certain thing not get picked. I'll run it down for you. All right, so the Grammys is a record label funded, supported award show. So basically, if you are an independent artist like Major Lazer, who is not signed to any major label, the chances of you getting a Grammy are almost impossible.
wow.
Oh.
Right? They don't let you in.
Wow.
I believe, and please somebody out there look it up and let me know. I know it's maybe 2 or 3 artists. It might even be 1 artist. Yeah, maybe you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you.
Got you know how many artists, how many independent artists have won a Grammy? I think Chance the Rapper was the last
He was
one.
the first name of
Right,
Arthur, man.
but he was a big deal. That was a big deal. Chance the Rapper won a major category as an independent artist. So that's it, right? So that's it. It's basically a gatekeeper thing, and you have a few people that get through. But for the most part, it is, and I mean, they actually come up with publications where they lobby for artists. So if you get the Billboard magazine right before the Grammys, the entire Billboard magazine is filled with advertisements saying, you know, Bruno Mars going up for this. Please have him for your consideration.
Yeah, so that's
know?
what I hear. That is a campaign.
It's a
like
campaign.
everything you have to campaign. You have
It's
to
a campaign.
show and let
It's
them
very
know.
much political.
Yeah, very much political. So Lean On, we had bought ourselves out of our contract because Lean On was never going to come out. You know, they had shelved it. They had shelved Major Lazer's work. They had put our work as a low priority.
Which album? Which you
That's
care to
CM1,
say?
Pieces of Mission was the name of the album.
Oh no, I mean, which you care to say? Which label?
No, I wouldn't do that. But I'm
Okay.
sure anybody could just look
Google
it up.
it?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
But definitely it was one of it, but amicably, you know, it's not like a whole heap of money spent though, you know, if you come out of the contract, you know. Yeah, 6-figure type money to come out of a contract. But we felt no movement being signed to a major label. So we're one of the groups because we were the first group to get 1 billion views on YouTube. First group to do that. And then Drake got it, I think, like 2 weeks after us. But we were the first group to do it. So
Fuck Drake.
Why you gotta
Always
go there?
raining on people
Why
parade.
you gotta go there?
tears, raining tears. Big him up. So we look back at the risk that was taken, but we knew the work that we had was worth the risk.
Yeah.
And so message to the artists always, you don't need a label for sign, you don't need nobody for sign you. Yes, you do need money. You do need money. You do need money to promote. You do need money to market. You do need money to shoot your video, put out your music with a proper mix and master. You do need money. But you don't need to actually sign to anybody, which is why people always say to me, why you never sign Chronics? Or why you never sign Kafia? Why you never sign? And it's because I believe that they're best off being independent or signed to a very major label with a very good deal.
Yeah.
So all about like independent labels, like
Independent labels are always good, but I believe that there are certain artists that them potential is just bigger than maybe where because I have an independent label. So I would never want to sign someone to my independent label when I see that their potential is much bigger than that. So with like a Chronics,
don't you think that you kind of self-deprecate your own label?
No, not at all, man.
I don't think it's big enough.
No, we keep the integrity, man. We keep the integrity because what I do is I hand them off.
Okay.
So I'm still in the deal.
It's like a gateway, like a bridge.
Yeah, man. So I'm still in the deal, but I will no longer manage them and things like that, and they'll put $200 on $300 on $400,000 by an artist, and I want that for them. And I want that for them. So
your label is pretty much just to say, well, get the ears.
Yeah, man. So most of the
right.
So most of the labels out there look to a person like me when it comes to Caribbean music. And I would be I'm always in dialogue with all of them. I'm always at the events. I'm always at, I know most of the CEOs personally of all the major labels.
No.
And so I always, when I feel like we have something very, very serious, like me not get them, me not chat like,
You not hype up
me not hype up nobody when me just say, yo, them bad, But and then there's another guy that I usually converse with for months before I hand the artist off to him, which is Pierre. Pierre from Chronics.
That guy?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Pierre. No, not that guy. That's like a rap guy that makes beats.
That's only Pierre I know.
This is he have a clothing line called Out There, and then work with Chronics and him manage coffee now.
Okay.
But me and him usually go back and forth on artists for a long time, and then I'm sit down, do as much work as I can with them, and really see if they have what it takes, because being an international artist is really difficult, and you can't just
from Jamaica,
from the Caribbean, extremely difficult, right?
Wow.
Extremely difficult,
especially if you want to break out into being an international
right?
star.
Because you have to remember now, look on Coffee now. Coffee now Coffee's singing in patois. That's extremely difficult.
Okay.
To get. And if I remember correctly, I want to say white girls in America are who run music. They control music. They drive the car, right? So when Sarani boss, it's really, him boss for all the way, but it's when the little white girl, the 14-year-old white girl,
They're
saying,
I'm guessing that they're the biggest demographic that attends the shows.
They attend the shows, they consume the music. Nobody more than white American girls. Them run the thing. So when they really follow your music, then you've got something that will never die. It's never going to go anywhere, and so
that kind of is clear with the boy band thing, because they're invested in them,
they invested,
and they grow up
forever.
they grow up and
So, and the dynamic is changing. Latin music has become a real powerhouse now, so it's not going to probably be like that for forever, but for sure that's what it is right now. And so to be a Caribbean artist and to be using Caribbean slang and dialect, and to have that translate to people in some way is a big feat. So it's already difficult. But then secondly, a lot of the artists I don't think understand what's happening out there in the world, right? So them there, or them go Trinidad, or them go Antigua, and them know, yes, or them know the region. But then when they get out into the world, I really think that most of them are like, whoa, this is totally different than where I'm coming from. Jamaica, nice, Jamaica's the capital of cool, right? And that's a statement that I could say without questioning that. I've been everywhere. Jamaica is the capital of cool, right? The energy here is the most sought after energy in the world. So if you can get that weirdly eternal want something from Jamaica, like decades after decades after decades, the world weirdly has this fondness to say, yo, what Jamaica up to?
Yeah.
No matter what decade, you'll find a Jamaican in some form on top of the charts, no matter what decade. And Jamaica's given the world, I think, 4 huge genres of music: dancehall, reggae, ska, and we could say mento, like maybe, whatever.
Only one of which is recognized by the Grammys.
Crazy, but not gonna change. It's gonna stay that way. Dancehall is not
what?
gonna get a category. Nah.
No,
Let's
you have
talk
to
about that,
explore
because we
that,
kinda
'cause I want
spoke
to go
about
back
it
to the
last
Grammys,
week.
so
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, you say
It's not gonna
turn
happen.
out cool. Let's
Right.
give me
It's not gonna happen. You know what should
there.
happen first? Is first they should have a singles category for reggae. Right now there's only an album.
I believe that.
So if you
too.
don't have an album,
expand, I think that they need to expand the categories. So it's
right.
like
Expanding
how you
the
have for rap
categories
and-
is difficult.
Yeah.
If you wanna know what, all right, we have to remember now. Everybody
And
just,
last week I pointed out how difficult it was for rap to evolve,
right.
and
So,
they're
right.
still
So
kind
member
of
said them
cry
they
out to them now get the
just
recognition them deserve.
They're just a champion the thing. Now, member said it wasn't that long ago. Rap category was not on TV.
Yes. I
Okay,
heard
let's
that.
let's
Yeah,
let's,
990s.
let's frame
Yeah,
it
I saw
correctly. You know,
something
like
about-
I'm almost want to take like a sheet of paper and draw like what man show, so I
Diagram.
can show you like yo, here's Michael Jackson, like here's the first like black person performing it, like them kind of something. We're not that far away from that old viewpoint of African music. We're not that far away. We still have not distanced ourselves that far where we can now say, yeah, man, we need about 4 categories for what going in the Caribbean.
Because like soca probably feel like
Soca them want it, and I feel soca deserve it.
Yeah.
I feel soca deserve it more than dancehall.
I don't know about that.
Reason why I say that now is because dancehall can
No,
always fall on the reggae and them good. Soca is a
but-
completely different sound.
It is.
Completely.
But you don't
The
think
artists
reggae
them
and
would do-
dancehall are 2 different sounds as well?
Nah,
Really?
the artists would do reggae, do dancehall, and them always this. They're always right next to each other. They're
Intertwined.
So, yeah, man. They're so
While it
intertwined.
would be more difficult for
It would be
a
so
dancehall reggae artist to do so.
Remember, if you said dancehall, no.
I fully agree with you about
If you
that.
said dancehall, no, and an artist drop a song that somehow falls what we would consider in both categories, we're like, yo, this song is like a reggae dancehall song. Do they win both categories? Who decides? Who's the person at the table that's from this culture? Because who would they be, right? It's not going to be that. That's why the honest truth is that's why you see a Marley all the time, because name familiarity is what wins Grammys. That's why
Brand
lobbying
recognition.
for your Grammy is how you win a Grammy. There's no forced way to press a button and say, yo, they listen to every single song. So when you looked at Grammys this year, it's Protege, Itana, Ziggy, Shaggy, and Aswad, right?
A Black Guru.
Black Maru, sorry.
That name never
I
My thing
guarantee
is
you.
was that Shaggy and Sting started their campaign from the Grammy
Them, they
before.
all
Like they
over the
were
place.
all over the place. So
Also,
They were at the Grammys last year.
also,
On the main stage.
also, Sting is to the Grammys what Ziggy is to the reggae Grammys.
I said that
Sting
that
to
Sting
the overall
name.
Grammys.
Sting to the
That's-
Grammys
That Sting name. I said it.
is what Ziggy is to the reggae.
That Sting name
category,
though normal.
right? Sting is just a powerhouse. He's a major.
Whenever them have like
major-
tribute performances,
Yeah,
is
man.
usually there.
major
yeah.
artists we're talking about. So, and again, there's no way, and they're working on it as they say, but there's no way for them to get the people who choose the category to push play as of right now. Right now, they just look at the names, they see a name that they're familiar with, them say Sting, Them see Shaggy. Shaggy's not to be slept on. Shaggy's a powerhouse as
That
well.
is true. That is true.
So very difficult for any artist in that category. But
He
it
build up his
does
own name recognition in his own right. Yeah.
So one, they're both campaigning. We cannot go around with them though.
Yeah.
They went everywhere. They were everywhere. Second, it's two extremely huge Grammy already winning like landmark artists. So, you know, anybody out there that's always like, boy, Shaggy should not win, you know, Protege should I win, Itana should I win. Just take that into consideration.
Nobody never saw last one.
Itana had a great album.
Everybody thought that, well, it was obvious. It was going to be an obvious win, an obvious choice.
Well, with Ziggy,
but it was more people
never,
were saying Protege should, but then know
We'd
that
want
it's either
Protege
Marley
with
or
Ziggy in it,
Shaggy,
everybody I said, boy, you know, me no know, you know. Cause Ziggy got the formula, boy. Like, yo, I don't. It's 10 him win, you know. So it's like, yo, when Ziggy's name is up there, you're just like, don't let this be the year I put out an album because, you know, it's gonna be a problem.
You know what,
But every year one of them put out album.
Well, you know what, I'd want to
I think they
ask
actually
if
like
them even get
work
tired.
out like, yo, we just gotta go and they strategize and say, yeah, man, and do it.
Yeah, that's your year. This is my year.
Yeah,
I
man,
wonder
this
if them
how
ever
you-
get tired. Like them just say, I know me go win, so it don't really matter. Like them even ever get that way.
Nah,
win it.
nobody. It's like somebody telling you you're beautiful. You never get tired of it.
I guess with them probably feel that with them type of talk, them kind of feel invalidated because them a pre-say, yo, people just said that it's because I'm a Marley, that's why I'm no win, and them probably feel away about that.
Yeah, and of course they always put out good
Great,
material, you know,
yeah.
but there is a question mark to a lot of the wins, and I think it's a valid conversation, and that's no disrespect to any Marley and no disrespect to any artist who hasn't won. But I do believe that we do need to do a few things. One, actually get the masses to motivate around collectively questioning everything. Of course, we should question everything, but you know, if there's a Grammy meeting in America somewhere and it's open to the public, yo, everybody's supposed to go, you know. If there's something online, if there's a petition online, get in there, get involved if you care. Second thing I'm going to say is we need our own,
if we care.
right, we need our own Jamaican award show that we hold to
Walshy?
such a high
We
esteem.
had that, but it kind of diminished over the
So
years.
let me say something, because I mean, we kind of had this argument last week.
Discussion.
Yeah, it wasn't an argument. Discussion last week where, I mean, even if they do have, of course, there was a award show called YVA.
Oh, that's not around anymore?
No, I don't think.
I took them take a year off. So
Okay. I heard it was a good show though.
Right, but you know, people question the legitimacy surrounding who won the award sometimes.
Several
even though
awards,
because even though them say it's open for the public to vote, but it kind of never feel credible, and I think that was one of the issues, the legitimacy of it. But I hear you're saying that, listen, everything really is all kind of muddled, no matter how the way you
at the
spin
end of the
it.
day, unless you do it yourself, there'll always be that question mark.
Yeah, but I
And
think
so if you want to do it yourself, we encourage you to.
yeah.
If not, I do want everyone to collectively support something local that rewards the local music.
But and then to be on the side of YVAs and the company that put it on, the artists really never appreciate it. You know, they hardly
Yeah,
showed
so that's
up.
another
They
thing,
never
right?
really
That's
care
another
for
thing
it.
is
Them not really glad for it. And if you somebody's rewarding you and saying, "Hey, this is your achievement," and they're just like, it's nothing to me. It's like they don't show up. They don't go to the awards.
Yeah, man. If I ever
don't care
got
for
nominated for anything in Jamaica, I wouldn't miss it. And that's because maybe I've been outside it long enough to understand the value and the weight of having your home country
support you.
and validate you.
At that time, they
at
don't read the
home.
top 10 interviews.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Yo, I'm working this one, this interview right here. I'm working. Yo, this one. Yo, just in the comment section, just say, yo.
Number one interview.
Yeah, man, number one interview. All straight down. I mean, if you've learned something today, you know, if this has been a valuable interview for you. So, you know, but yeah, that's another thing, right? Is Jamaican artists, or we'll say Caribbean artists, have been known notoriously for ego, bad bad attitude, and things that
yeah,
the
it's a
good
bad mind.
artists have suffered. The good artists have suffered along with the bad. Now that doesn't mean that American artists don't do that. That doesn't mean that none of the foreign artists don't
Drake
go
did-
on like
did
man,
that.
all of them
Boycott
go on.
for a while, yeah.
Artists
All
are
of
not
them go
just
on.
diva, yeah.
But we do kind of have this. We are in a small box, and so it's amplified. So if somebody wins an award and them don't show, it look bad. It look bad, especially if it's a major award. If it's like Artist of the Year, and you don't show up.
Especially if it's several awards that they announce consecutively, and
Could not be here.
Could not be here,
Could
and
not be
accepting
here.
for him, it not gonna look good.
Yeah.
So imagine the pressure that they're under. Them know say that don't look good as a show. Them know say the people them must say, boy, artists them not support this. What me I support this for? So we all are in our own way to blame for any demise of any award show locally.
Yeah.
No, I am not going to put on an award show. If that's in the comment
That,
section.
because why you not
it
put
won't be
on
awards.
you know the people mag put on your award show.
No, but I wouldn't expect you to put on one.
Yeah, I
though.
wouldn't
No,
do it, but I
yeah.
do understand that we have to applaud anyone who has decided to, because me don't feel like they make no money off it. And then the headache to go call bugger artists to come show up and you give them award, you give them something nice to say, yo, the people them, as this award I believe, the people them have voted. So it's not really even us. It's not a panel. It's the people. And you don't show up for the people. Respect.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that doesn't mean that they're not on tour or whatsoever. But
Yeah, I mean, of
I
course, with
guarantee
excuses.
Grammys, nobody not go on tour,
Everyone's gonna say, "Oh,
Everybody
February."
say, yo, this
Tour
week,
stop.
February.
yeah, this
nah.
weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but I think
people, we'd have to go Grammys.
It goes to boycotting on everything. We
Yeah.
talked about the Gucci thing a little bit earlier today. We talked about the Burberry news something there today, which are to me foolish boycotts. And the reason why I say
Very
that,
foolish.
the reason why I say that is because we are not actually buying these things.
Exactly.
So we're not making an actual impact by saying, yo, me not buy something, me not buy already.
First world problems.
Yeah, these are problems
Rich
that we
people
don't,
problems.
we don't actually. So the good boycott was Papa John's. Papa John's was an excellent boycott.
'Cause
Papa
everybody
John's
eat
is something
pizza.
we can afford, we could actually consume, and we were consuming in high numbers. So now you have Papa John's going, John no style. Some never realized that black people love our pizza so much. Them feel it. Them feel it to the point where we actually.
I hope KFC not say nothing bad in a
Yo, everybody out there, eat healthy, folks. You won't find yourself in these situations. Eat healthy. Fried food not good for you. Okay.
I wonder who was the first to boycott Papa John's.
This guy. Anyways.
Yeah. No.
Who was the first?
Visionary.
Stop.
Does it matter?